When Mandy Fisher and her family opened a pot shop in Moose Jaw, they wanted to guarantee safe cannabis for their customers. Now, confirmation, a Winnipeg grower sold them a batch from an unauthorized source. Her message to customers.
Just that you can be sure that we took the product off the shelf the second that we heard out about it, and that everything you're going to get here is definitely going to be by the book.
Cannabis producer Bonify is under investigation by Health Canada. It can't say where the weed came from. Bonify hired cannabis security expert George Robinson to clean up the mess. He says it appears Bonify managers had overpromised supply, and with so much demand, breaking the rules was financially tempting.
What they did was not at all remotely close to following the regulation.
Employees became suspicious when 200 kilograms of cannabis showed up at this Winnipeg plant that wasn't produced by the grower.
I don't know the source, so I have no understanding of whether organized crime was involved or not.
At least 8 employees voiced their concerns, but were bullied by 3 senior managers to stay quiet. One eventually tipped off Health Canada, and it issued 2 recalls. In total, 180 grams of unauthorized product were shipped to Saskatchewan retail stores. Some had mold and potentially E. coli. This customer says he's paying 5 times more for legal weed and expects government to guarantee safety in return for all those taxes.
You'd expect it to be at least as safe, quality-wise, when you buy it than when you would get it from, let's say, your personal dealer.
Bonify says it's cooperating with both Health Canada and Manitoba's regulator. It won't comment on a possible police investigation. Bonnie Allen, CBC News, Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan.
As for those supply problems, they're an issue from coast to coast to coast. In New Brunswick, half of its 20 stores simply had to close just 3 weeks after legalization. That's because they didn't have enough to sell. In Ontario, only 25 stores are now slated to open on April 1st. Nova Scotia says it's only getting about 35 to 40% of the supply it needs. The Prime Minister called the supply shortage the biggest challenge of legalization, but he promises it will be worked out in a few months. Not everyone is so confident.
I don't think it's a matter of days, weeks, or months. I think these shortages are a matter of a few years.
Experts say it will take some time for enough growers to get licensed, work out the kinks, and get their product to market.